Howdy everyone, welcome back to the Luna Geeks Out channel, and before I say anything else, I'm just going to say I'm filming this pretty late into the day. It is currently 7:47 p.m. and it's already starting to get dark out, so there is a good chance lighting will change drastically throughout the filming of this video. Normally, I just wait until tomorrow to get it done, but there is a less than zero, what? Less than zero? That doesn't... There is a pretty decent chance I will not be at home for the majority of the day tomorrow. I may be taking a trip, maybe taking a trip over to nearby town. I'm doing some antiquing and everything. Just have a nice day to just unwind and do some stuff I love and everything. So I will likely not be able to film it tomorrow. Anyways, we are checking out Tarantula by DEATHNYANN, and I want to give a major disclaimer going in. I have already heard this song. This is one of the few instances where I'll actually react to something I have already heard. I had planned on reacting to this when it released, and wait a couple days for video to come out. Video didn't come out, so I checked the song out, and then, I guess a couple weeks later, or a week, however long it's been, video does release. And I've been thinking about it back and forth, and I really want to talk about this. So I am sort of breaking the rules I have for this, but, you know, they're the rules I set up. It's not hurting anyone to break them, so I can go and, I'm gonna go and react to it. Fortunately, it has been a little while since I've listened to the song. I think it's been probably 4 days or so since I last listened. So, I do not have it really fresh in my mind, so, I will fortunately be able to be a little bit surprised by some stuff, and I'm going to try to look at this with a more critical view. All my previous has just been, oh yeah, good song. So, again, this is not an entirely blind look, or blind listen, but I really want to talk about this. So, anyways, without further ado, let's hop into it. Good, like, heavily distorted guitar beginning right there. It's a good shift. Oh, okay, then. It's a good shift from the synths. I love the blend of electronics and metal that this project has. Higher synth there, that's really cool. Kinda noticed that before. And of course, these like synthesized vocals here. All the pauses, oh, it's so cool. Yeah, just really good electronic stuff going on. Really good drumming. I have not noticed just how good that is for now. I love this part of the song. It's the easily best part of the song right here. It's like guitar. Look at all the pauses it has. Oh, this is so cool. Fishman. Okay, then. Okay. Get the fish. Yeah, yeah, there's certainly no real surprises music-wise. I couldn't really remember how that last part went, but certainly a lot of surprises in the video. There's a weird spider thing. I guess it was a tarantula, probably. That caught me very off guard, and then you got Fishman. But that's about what I would have expected from the video as well, knowing the last one. Anyways, sadly I cannot talk about the lyrics because they were on display in the video, but half of them were in Japanese. I don't speak Japanese, and no one has posted the lyrics online, so I can't really talk about the lyrics. But the music, I can dig into that, so I will start off with the vocals. First off, there we go. That is a much smoother lighting. That is not so harsh on me. I now have to watch the time kick up for how long I've been recording, but it doesn't look as horrible on camera. But anyways, I'll start off with the vocals. As I said in my, I think I said in my reaction to Recreate of the Red, I think it was, by Crowd Rebellion, Hoshiki Minami, the vocalist here and that sort of the lead of this project, is one of my favorite vocalists. I don't know what it is, there's something about her voice that really resonates with me. Like, there's a lot of vocalists out there that just, I love their voice because it's just such a phenomenal voice. Like, I mean, Bruce Dickinson, of course, a classic, Ronnie James Dio, Suzuki Nakamoto, Vessel from Sleep Token. They all just have these amazing voices. And while her voice is not on perhaps the same level as those vocalists, there's just something about it. She has a very unique sound in her voice, and I don't know, just whatever it is she's doing, I really like. Sometimes you find something that it really resonates with you. It's not necessarily the kind of thing you normally go for, but you like it. This is one of those instances. But this is probably the best vocal performance I've heard from her. I would say, on the whole, what she does with Wagamama Rakia, which is her main group, is better. But something about the performance in this track just, there's something about it that just it's the best I've heard from her. The previous track, why did I switch that over? The previous track, Illumina, was pretty good, but I think the vocals were just a tiny bit rougher in it. So they really came together in this one pretty much perfectly. The guitar in this was really good, very heavily distorted in some moments. Other moments it was more of, I guess, a standard metal distortion, but throughout it sounded really good. It was doing some good stuff. There were a lot of, like, pauses in it that talked about that. I talked about this a little bit in my reaction to Cheese in the Trap that I actually still need to upload. Well, I've actually got it uploaded. I need to make it go live, because I forgot to edit that thing. It was supposed to go up on Wednesday, and I'm filming this on Friday. I've distracted myself. I talked about a little bit in that how, like, a pause can really just grab your attention and really just make everything stand out and really emphasize a lot of stuff. Same thing here. It really, those pauses, mainly in that part where it had, like, synthesized vocals that I was talking about, those pauses in the guitar and everything else really just brings you back into the track. You don't just snap back into it. And so those are really cool. The breakdown towards the end was really nice, and just the guitar throughout was just fantastic. The drums as well were amazing. I have really been paying more and more attention to drums as of late, and they are easily my favorite instrument. One of these days I really want to learn them, but drums are, I'm pretty sure, fairly expensive, so I'll have to look into all that. But I really want to learn drums. But these ones, while not on the same level as perhaps some tracks I've been listening to, even today, that have just really stood out to me, for example, Psychopomp by Necronomadol. I was listening to that, and the drums in it just really stood out to me. And of course, I don't think anything will ever be up on the same level as whatever Sleep Token's drummer is doing, because that guy is amazing. But the drums in this one were really cool. They had a few moments where they really stood out and they really shone forth, but throughout they're just really solid. The cymbal, I especially like the cymbals in this one, but the drums on the whole were great. The bass, I don't really remember. I'm sure it was there, but I don't remember it. And then all the different electronic elements, both like your more traditional synths and stuff, and then just weird little sounds and like textures, if that makes any sense. All that stuff was just super cool. And one of the things I really love about this project, because like you say the power metal, for example, it brings in some synths, but those are metal synths. Those are synths that I would only hear in metal, but stuff that really brings in a very different sound, just I absolutely love. Like Master Boot Record, I was listening to that earlier today. I would describe that as classical synth metal. That stuff is so cool. Bringing in like, there's like the harder, heavier synths that sort of replacing the guitar, and then you got the lighter synths that are more traditional synth sound, and then there's something else I was listening to that had some really cool synths in it. What is it? Just some cool electronics in it. I don't know. I guess Rockamama Rockia have some really good stuff that they do with electronics in their stuff. Passcode as well, actually. Those are two very similar groups. But anyways, I'm thoroughly distracting myself. The electronics in this are just a really cool element, and probably my favorite part of this project. Like everything else, the guitar, the vocals, all that, aren't doing anything too crazy. Like I can go and listen to other groups and get similar things, but the electronic elements really elevate this to something new, and there's no other group I've heard that is doing what DEATHNYANN is doing. So it's just a super unique sound that is really created by those electronics, and these were amazing. I think everything in this song really just came together perfectly. Aside, I didn't like the whistling at the end. I think that was just a bit too sudden of a shift into that. I think it's sort of fading in, or just a better transition, I think would have worked better to have that as the end. I think that was just, oh, okay, I guess this is happening now. It's very jarring, which actually does kind of fit, but I didn't like that too much, but everything else in this was just perfect. The last track, Illumina, I really liked that. It had me the chorus, I actually preferred the chorus in that one, but I mean, it reminded me of Lumens by, what is it? It'll come to me in a second, by Bring Me the Horizon, which is just a great song and a great band, so anything that reminds me of them is I'm gonna enjoy it. Like, that was really good, but I think all the different elements of the song, on their own, are pretty cool, but when they came together, it was just a bit too jarring. It felt like they hadn't quite settled upon what they needed to do with the project. This track, they've got it. Everything is polished. Everything, it really comes together and blends together and just becomes something so much more. And so, this track was just phenomenal. I cannot wait to see what happens next with this project. Hopefully next time I will be able to do a blind reaction. I may, if the same thing happens where the audio goes up but the video doesn't come out yet, I might wait a bit longer to see if a video comes out, wait a couple weeks instead of a couple days. But hopefully next time I explore this project, it will be a proper blind reaction. I think the way I experienced this definitely suffered a bit from having heard it already, but it was interesting to explore something with this format that I have already experienced. Because when I'm doing an album review, of course I've listened to the tracks a lot and everything, and so I'm very familiar with the stuff. But I'm reacting. That's my immediate thoughts. That is a blind reaction. I've not heard that at all. I've not experienced that. So I'm going in. I don't know what I'm going to be getting. So it's a very different approach when you're reacting to something that you've already experienced. And I have no plans to do that anymore in the future. Like I said, this is a very, very rare occurrence. I highly doubt this will ever happen again. If it does, it's going to be something pretty dang special that I just really want to talk about again. But, I think it was worth it. I certainly, for me, it was nice to talk about this song. I don't know if the content itself is up to the same level of quality as normal, but I certainly needed to talk about this song. I think that was just like I said, a good experience for me. Certainly being able to try something new with all this, with my content creation and everything. So yeah, it was nice to experiment a little bit, just like that unboxing I did the other day. I'm not gonna revisit that style, at least not anytime soon. But it was nice to give it a shot. But anyways, I've really stopped talking about the song and I've just started talking about the channel at this point. So I'm just going to shut up. That is going to do it. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to like if you liked, subscribe if you want to see more, and comment down below with your thoughts of the track, any feedback or criticism, or anything you want me to react to. In the description, link to the music videos, so go check it out, support the artist, link to my Discord server, Instagram, Twitter, Spotify playlist of all the songs I've reacted to, at least the ones up on Spotify, and my link tree, which has everything else in case any of that interests y'all. Anyways, like I said, it's going to do it. So once again, thank you for watching, and until next time, I'll be seeing ya.